Good morning and welcome to Iowa Central Field here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Thomas Campbell alongside Henry Gonzalez, and in just a moment we'll have the matchup between the 1-seed Williamsburg Raiders and the 8-seed West Liberty Comets in the first round of the 3A state tournament. Henry, we've got a great game today. Williamsburg seeking to do something that no other team has done and win their fourth straight state title.
Yeah, unprecedented, and they're on their best season yet. They're just hit their single season win record at 37-5, so they've only gotten better throughout the season.
Absolutely, and West Liberty will have an uphill battle today. They've already played once. West Liberty lost to Williamsburg 10-1 in that matchup back in June. It's definitely an uphill battle for the Comets.
Yeah, and that game, it was a month ago. A lot can change in that span of time for the Comets. Something that to look at for them is their opponent's record is substantially higher than the rest of the tournament field. So they have faced tougher competition. That may be something to their advantage going forward.
Absolutely. They faced tougher competition, and a new wrinkle in the fold of the Girls State Softball Tournament this year is the double elimination format. West Liberty, should they lose this one, they're not out. They'll have the chance to compete tomorrow in an elimination game. So you don't have to throw everything at this game. It adds a little bit more strategy as to how you use your pitching arms if you go down early, but just a little more nuance to this year's tournament.
It almost takes the pressure off a bit. With the two-loss format, double elimination, it's not do or die for this first matchup, so you can be a little bit more relaxed. Every pitch matters, of course, but they have the comfort of knowing that it's not over.
Absolutely, and I think if you're Williamsburg now, that adds an extra game that you have to win. Traditionally in the state softball tournament, you don't necessarily have to win as many games as you have this year. And now that changes what you have to do if you're Williamsburg because, in softball, arms last longer. You can throw your starter a little bit more. And the starter for Williamsburg is one of the best, Jersey Metz. She already set or tied the school record with 91 career wins. She started in the last two state championships. Whether she can go the entire tournament will be the question. But, if you're up, it's do you save her arm for the next game, for the potential winner's matchup? Or even if you're looking like you're about to get upset, who do you start in that elimination game? Do you have faith in your bats? Which I think they should. They do score a lot. These teams, Williamsburg scores 7.6 runs per game. They only give up 2.1. So they definitely have a statistical advantage over West Liberty, but some interesting strategy that both these head coaches are going to have to try and realize with the new format.
Absolutely, Jersey Metz. She's committed to Kirkwood coming into the fall next season, and so she's already tied the school record, of course, 91 wins, and for her, she has an impressive 22-3 record, 142 and 2/3 innings of work. So absolutely the workhorse by a country mile for this Williamsburg team. Something to note is her impressive 0.82 whip. So not a lot of base runners per inning, and that's something that West Liberty will have to capitalize on or hope to, rebut of sorts. And this season, they've had a team average of 346, so pretty good bats throughout the lineup. Only thing is, though, Williamsburg has a 381 average as a team, so expect the bats to be active for both teams. Should be a fun matchup.
Absolutely, and I think if you're West Liberty, you've got a good on-base percentage at .420. You probably have to use that a lot. You're going to have to find a way to get on base, whether it's hits, whether it's walks. You have to get on base against this Williamsburg team. You really can't just let them mow you down at the plate.
Absolutely, and something that quite isn't on the screen is the stolen bases. Williamsburg has 150 stolen bases on the season to West Liberty's 83. So stealing bases is quite a part of the game plan for Williamsburg, and a lot of those bases come from Keston Spratt on Williamsburg. And then additionally, the team has stolen 150 out of 163 attempts, so just astronomical numbers.
Yeah, you're watching the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau as sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to champion our youth and all they have to offer Iowa's future. Just about to get started. It'll be Bryn Cassidy at the plate leading off for the Comets. She'll take that first one low in the dirt. And, Met's not a player that is going to miss the zone often. And so if she's going to, the Comets are going to have to take advantage of that and maybe grab some walks to get on base.
Yeah, going inside on Cassidy. 481 hitter on the season. Just been the Comets' stellar hitter this season.
Lined out into left. That's fair. Cassidy with a base hit. She's headed for second. And a stand-up double to lead off the game for the 8th seed.
Listen to that dugout. They're ecstatic right now. That's just the kind of tone you need to set to start out the game. Absolutely,
and that'll bring off the best hitter on the team, Sullivan Hall. She's got 53 hits on the season, batting .552 as the junior. And an RBI opportunity already. She's got 17 of those this year.
Yeah, 17 of those, 8 doubles on the year. She's slugging .750. So, some early traffic for Mets, trying to work through traffic. Opponents only batting .175 against her on the season.
Mets catches the zone with that first offering to Hall. Wind and deals. Hall shows bunt, and that one's snagged behind the plate by Nuss. Lily Nuss with a great grab there to send Hall back to the bullpen.
Yeah, that's an impressive grab by Ness. She didn't even have time to take off the catcher's mask, and she knew where the ball was, had plenty of backspin, really unlucky by Hall.
So I'll bring up the shortstop, Kylie Collins. Only one out. First one high. So a 1-0 count, one runner on second. Still a big RBI opportunity for the Comets here, chance to take the early lead.
Yeah, Collins also batting relatively well, .381 average.
Leads the team in RBIs with 32.
And she just kind of got a little greedy there, way ahead of that one, just looking for fastball to push out into left field.
And it's a breezy day in Fort Dodge. The wind is pushing out towards that outfield. The long ball should be in play. The 1-1 high and inside. So that'll make it a 2-1 count. Mets back into the circle. Stands and fires. Collin watches that low, and Cassidy will advance easily to third there. No issues on the pass ball.
Now her 13th stolen base on the season. She's 13 of 15, and that's the kind of mistakes that West Liberty needs to take advantage of if they want to rewrite history of what the last game was back in June.
3-1. That one low and in the dirt. Collins will walk to first base. Runners on the corners early for the Comets.
This is a great start, and now you have Daufelt to enter in with runners at the corner, and she's been padding .368 and then 24 RBIs on the season. This could be a big moment in the game.
Absolutely. Daufelt pitching also for the Comets today. First pitch from Mets finds the zone. And Collins went to second, called out, but that'll bring Cassidy in to score.
What a play that was. And right there, you saw Collins just kind of nonchalantly jog. She forced the issue there and was able to bring the runner in from third. That's quite the sacrifice. That's really innovative.
Absolutely, and I think, that's one of those plays that the catcher's got a decision to make, chooses the runner at second, but that's going to leave a free run.
Because if you don't take the out, you're going to have two runners in scoring position and still have to face the batter. So really tough decision and a great decision by the coaching staff.
2 outs, 2 strikes to Doffelt. That one high. Ball 1.
And Trisha Hall, she's been the coach since 2022 and nice 83-45 record, and she's gotten them to state twice so far.
The 1-2, that one just a hair outside.
Try to get her chasing a bit outside the zone.
Now a 2-2 count, 2 outs, and nobody on. Comets lead by 1. The 2-2. Swing ripped down the left field line. That's one out back at the wall. Doffelt will head to second. That's a 2-out stand-up double for Kylie Doffelt. The second double in this first inning for the Comets.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. And Metz tries to work it inside, but Doffelt all over that ball, and she rips it into left field, and it just got farthest away from the third baseman and from the left fielder. Just hit the farthest corner of that left field in fair play.
Extra base hits in today's game are brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. So Lee Bucknell now at the plate. Big swing and a miss there. Oh, 0-1 to Bucknell, runner on second. Here's the 0-1. That one high again. Looks to be a courtesy runner out there at second. Can't quite see the number. I believe that's Liv Garcia, the junior. Got 8 stolen bases on the year. Bucknell, a big swing and a miss there. Garcia headed for third. Ball gets past. She will hold at third.
Myers, nice save there and left. If she had just any trouble with it, that was going to be another run for West Liberty here in the first inning.
It's now a 1-2 count to Bucknell. The 1-2 from Metz. Big swing and a miss there. Williamsburg gets out of the inning. They only surrender 1. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Farm Bureau of the Girls Athletic Union, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Athletic Union, powered by Mid-American Energy. We've got the first of 4 Class 3A first-round games right now. It's the 1 seed Williamsburg versus the 8 seed West Liberty. West Liberty with a 1-0 lead after the top of the first with some really good base running. I'm kind of surprised they're in the lead with how good Metz has been all season.
Yeah, that was a master class by Trisha Hall, and then you kind of wonder if Nikki Koenig, if she doesn't put up the stop sign, if they're up 2-0 at this point. But now it's up to Kylie Doffelt to maintain the lead, but that's not the start you're hoping for.
Hits the batter on her first pitch of the game. So the leadoff hitter, Ava Hawker, will advance to first, and that'll bring up the 2-spot Kylie Allen. Allen playing short today.
Yeah, that's Stoffeld's 5th hit batter of the season, but so far 142 innings of work. She's appeared in 27 games, but started 22 of them. She is the main workhorse, 2.22 ERA.
Low and inside to Allen. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 from Dawfeld. Allen shows bunt. Hawker headed to second. Safe. Another stolen base.
Yeah, Hooker, that's her 54th stolen base on the season. Just wicked numbers. And she's pretty much the majority of the 150, now 151 stolen bases on the season.
Just a little over a third there. That's an impressive number. Allen lays that one down. It'll be a close play at first. Play made over to Escobedo. So that advances Hawker down to third. That'll bring Taylor Sanchez up to the plate. Sanchez, the Creighton commit, became the school's career hits leader and leads the state in doubles. She's hitting .562 on the year. Big opportunity for the future Blue Jay.
Yeah, just a ridiculous .562 average, and so patient at the plate. You know, .604 on base percentage. It's just such a natural command of the strike zone.
Dawfeld hits the dirt with her first pitch. Second pitch to Sanchez. High and away. Or catches the zone. Just the corner, so count evened up 1 apiece. Runner on third, 1-1 count. Dawfeld's pitch, that one's chopped foul. Over towards the Raiders dugout.
Just got a big eager there. Her eyes lit up seeing that fastball go up in the zone and just, you know, too far in front of it, too early.
1-2 the count into Sanchez. That one fouled back over towards us in the press box, so count will remain at 1-2. Sanchez, a good cut to stay alive in the at-bat there. Don't want to sit down when you've got a runner on third.
Yeah, after Dawfeld right here would, you know, might be a time to utilize a changeup, and
that one's lifted high, shallow center field. Hall comes in but drops it, and Hawker advances home.
Really costly error by Sullivan Hall, the 4th one on the season, and it costs West Liberty. Is now Hooker able to score and even up this game.
Absolutely. That 1-0 lead you built in the first all of a sudden disappears on an error. Not what you want to see happen. I'll bring up number 11, Harper Myers. Myers in left field today. Sanchez stands on first. Myers looks at that first one. Just outside for a ball. The 1-0. Catches the zone there. Evens up the count at 1. Williamsburg with an interesting uniform choice today. I'm not sure I've seen a softball team ever in full long pants.
Yeah, it's a first sometimes. Just, I mean, I've never seen it before like yourself too.
Sanchez grounds that one over into left field. Base knock puts 2 on for the Raiders.
I think it is such a nice response by Williamsburg to, you know, not get rattled by allowing a 1-0 lead. It kind of got popped in the mouth, and now they're able to respond back. Now 2 runners on in a 1-1 ball game.
Bring up the pitcher, Jersey Mets. That's batting .362 on the year. That one way outside. Kivy does very well to get up and stop that from going past. One out, runners on first and second. The 1-0 to Metz. Catches the zone for strike one. Comets looking to get out of the two-runner jam. Big swing and a miss there from Metz for strike two.
Yeah, she was sitting fastball on that one and got pitcher-on-pitcher crime right here.
A little early to that one. So now 1-2. Metz sends that one back up the middle, bounces off. And Sanchez comes home to take the lead for the Raiders.
Look at Metz getting her own RBI on that hit. It was just perfectly placed where Cassidy, even fully extending, just couldn't get a glove on it, and it trickled into the outfield a bit. So now extending or putting them front up 2-1.
Keston Spratt up into run, courtesy runner. Kenna Capper, the first baseman, now up to bat for the Raiders. Only one out, runners on first and second now. Chance to add to the lead. Capper fouls that one down off the plate for strike one. Capper batting .369 on the year. She's got 25 RBIs. Another RBI opportunity for Williamsburg. Takes that one for strike two. Faces an 0-2 hole.
Yeah, this is a crucial out right here. If you can't get the strikeout, at least looking for a double play to at least keep this manageable.
The 0-2. That one fouled back over into the stands. Great catch by a West Liberty fan.
An opportunity to get a free sucker at the concession stands this year.
Make the walk over there and return that ball. Still 0-2 with one out. That one chopped over towards short. Plays made at third.
Nice job. I mean, Collins had to hurry that throw a little bit, but stayed true to her fundamentals, able to get the lead runner out. Now 2 away.
Collins to Bucknell gets lead runner out for the Raiders. Capper reaches first on the fielder's choice. Designated player Braley Plotz at the plate now. Waits on that first one. High for ball one. Here's the 1-0 from Daufelt. That one low and in the dirt. Good block by Kivy from behind the plate.
She saw that all the way through, able to keep the runner at second from advancing to third.
2-0 the count. Catches the zone for strike one. Two balls, one strike, two outs. Runners on first and second for the Raiders. That one played over towards Collins. Collins to Escobedo. And the Comets get out of the inning. They surrender two and fall behind 2-1. We'll be right back. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Athletic Union, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease. multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
but to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Girls Athletic Union, powered by Mid-American Energy. We're here at the top of the second of the 3A first-round game between West Liberty and Williamsburg. Williamsburg leads 2-1 after the first. Mallory Wolf, the right fielder, will lead it off here in the top of the second for the Comets.
Right fielder number 4, Mallory Wolf.
Jersey Mets still in the circle for the Raiders. Her first offering catches the zone there for strike one.
And that's very good sign if you're head coach Bert. And she had a little trouble with command in the first inning, but so far, so good.
Loses that one low. Count even, one apiece. Williamsburg back in the state tournament for a 7th straight time. Mets high with that one for ball 2. Two 2-1 the count now. Wolf at the plate. Rock and the 2-1 offering. Low and inside makes it a 3-1 count. Again, you said it, she didn't have a wonderful command in the first. Still hasn't quite gained that in the second.
Yeah, she started off with a strike, and so you thought, good attack here, but...
And chopped down the third base line. Foul.
But
we
now
go to a
she's
full count.
Worked it full, and so she did issue the free pass in the first, so you're hoping to... Because you don't want to start off the inning issuing a walk. It's just not good for any pitcher to start out this game.
Here's the 3-2, the payoff pitch. That one lined out into left. Gets over. And another leadoff double for the Comets, this time Mallory Wolf.
Mallory Wolf able to golf swing it into the outfield. She really reached out of the zone, and it just barely went above the arms of Myers. What a great at-bat from both pitcher and batter.
Absolutely. That's the third double of the game for West Liberty so far, as pinch runner will enter in. That's Jordan Skaggs, the sophomore.
At second base, number 18, Eloise Ocken.
Sorry, Eloise Ocken. Ocken, an 8th grader. One popped up. Mets in to get it.
It's around the second time now that they're go for bunt, and it just pops up.
First baseman, number 7, Michaela Escobedo.
So that'll bring up number 7, the first baseman, Michaela Escobedo. She'll show bunt as well. Ocken still taking a pretty big lead there at second. Second offering to Escobedo. High, evens up the count, one apiece.
And Escobedo's had a 266 average, but has been a workhorse all season, starting every single game. And she gets on base at a 370 pace.
The 1-1, big swing and a miss there from Escobedo.
How's she going on base?
Oh.
Double over the left fielder's head.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Go from first batter double over the left field. Second batter popped out on a bunt as a catcher. F1. Yes.
Out 1 wide. Count even, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Big swing and a miss there from Escobedo. She'll sit down. Second strikeout of the game for Mets.
Just nice display of pitching for Mets and got her chasing way out the zone. Changed the eye level a bit too.
Bottom of the order, Penelope Shield, the designated player.
Can't see it. Nice delay. I'm sure he gives a verbal, but we can't hear that here. So.
0-1 to Shield. Big swing and a miss there, makes it 0-2. Shield, the 8th grader playing varsity.
Now 1 strike away, Mets. Great job recovering from that first at bat, and now she's on the verge of retiring the side.
2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Shield swings at that one in the dirt, and the play's made. Nuss to Capper. So a third strikeout swinging from Mets. We'll head to the bottom of the second. You're watching the girls' state softball tournament powered by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy Company. We're here in the bottom of the second between Williamsburg and West Liberty in this Class 3A first-round matchup. Really good pitching showing back in the top of the second from Jersey Mets, and Williamsburg able to maintain that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, such a good response by Williamsburg, and West Liberty could have gone tit for tat and even this game up, but still holding on to a slim 1-run lead. So now Doffelt's got to shut the door and keep it a small deficit.
Clarissa Sewer, the third baseman at the plate, leading off. Takes that one high for ball 2. Williamsburg already set their school's single-season win record, coming into this game at 37-5. 2-0 to Sewer.
Just so impressive by head coach Adam Birch. And since 2017, 10 seasons, he's gone 6 straight state tournament appearances and on the verge of, 4 straight state titles. I mean, it's just something unprecedented and something no school in any class has done. So, and this is probably the scariest thing is this is probably his best team.
Absolutely. Matty Gorsh at the plate now after Sewer walks on 4 straight balls. This is the bottom of the Raider lineup. First pitch to Gorsh. That one lined over to short. So they'll get the leadoff runner out.
Unlucky for Collins. Had a little trouble on the exchange, but still kept her composure, got the lead runner out, so no harm done.
That'll bring up Ava Hawker. Hawker was hit by pitch on the first pitch of the game and went around to score the first run for Williamsburg.
Yeah, Hooker was a part of that great play in the first inning where she was able to...
Collins can't quite handle that. Hawker on first. An error from the shortstop. That'll move Gorsh to second. I'll bring up Kylie Allen. Allen lined out, or showed bunt and laid it down and then was thrown out at first. One out, runners on first and second. Allen watches that. First one, ball is dropped by Kivy behind the plate. The 1-0, that one lifted foul down the third base line, just out of play. Count evened at 1 apiece. Allen batting .518 on the season coming into today. This is a 1-1 count with 1 out, runners on first and second. That one inside. It's like Gorsh wanted to go, is looked back to second by Kivy.
And Kivy's been nice at the plate so far this game. A lot of blocked balls at the plate kept in front of her and able to keep runners from advancing.
Yeah, she's had quite a bit of action back there in the early going. Now 2-1 the count. Allen watches that one low and in the dirt again. So a 3-1 count with runners on first and second. Duffelt's really got a tall task here, either trying to get just the 1 out, but more importantly prevent a run. And that's why I think you'll see Trisha Hall come out to talk to her just to, settle her down. It's a really hot day. A break could be nice.
Yeah, and just to kind of break the rhythm so far. Seeing 2 batters reach off of, I wouldn't say unforced errors, but something unlucky on defense and just kind of breaking that cycle. All it takes is 1 pitch, get a double play, and you're out the inning. So I think on this approach right now, you got to hit the zone, and going away and not facing Allen will only lead you to face up against batters like Sanchez and Myers at the heart of the order.
Absolutely. Double play ball is still very alive here. 3-1 the count. So Allen with a pitch to work with, not necessarily going to swing at this one if it's really anywhere close. And it was high and inside. Catches the zone, though.
And that's exactly what she wanted. You needed to attack the zone with a fastball, and now here's a chance if you want to have her chasing or go right back at it.
Payoff pitch to Allen. That hits her. So Allen advances to first on a hit by pitch, and that'll load the bases for Taylor Sanchez, the Creighton commit.
Just not the pitch she wanted, and she opted to go and try and blow the pitch right past her, but it just went too far inside. Now with the bases juice, you're facing against the toughest hitter, so really pivotal moment of the game right now.
Absolutely. The order could not be taller for Dahlfeld in this moment. Sanchez watches the first pitch, and here comes Gorshin to score. So it's not loaded bases anymore, but the Raiders add a run and make it a 3-1 game.
And Gorsh able to advance on what certainly will be a wild pitch, but still not out of danger for West Liberty.
That one lined over towards second. Can't make the play is Cassidy. So one run will come in to score on a base hit from Sanchez.
And he just hits right off the glove of Cassidy. Don't know if it will be scored in error just based off how hard the ball was hit. Just lined straight into the outfield. Honestly, lucky enough that she was able to bat it down and keep it in the outfield.
Myers at the plate now, reach base on a single back in the first. Takes that one for strike one. Runners on first and second for the Raiders. That one chopped over towards third. Scooped up by Bucknell. Can't make the play. Now the base is loaded once again.
Yeah, Bucknell just couldn't quite get a look at the spin on the ball, and it just kept trickling out the glove. So unfortunate miscue for Bucknell. Just 12th error on the season, and so now right back where we started for West Liberty with the bases loaded.
Be the pitcher Jersey Metz. She singled in the first. Lines that one out into shallow right. One run comes around. Here comes two. So Sanchez comes around to score, as does Allen. Myers to third, Metz to first. Runners on the corners, and the Raiders lead 6-1.
Yeah, this game is just blown wide open now off the bat of Metz, and just really this inning has gotten away from West Liberty just off of the defensive miscues so far, but it's really just been unlucky, or you could look at the other side of it and just it's been really good base hitting, a lot of sound plate discipline so far for each of the Williamsburg batters, and they're showing you why they're the finest in Iowa.
Pinch runner Keston Spratt advances to first. It's easy. And there's another decision made by Kivy, whether you go or not. Changes her mind from the last one. So now runners on second and third for McKenna Capper. Still only one out so far. Capper lays down a bunt. That one foul. Makes the count 0-2. To count, one out. Runners on second and third. Capper, the first baseman, at the plate. The 0-2. High and away for ball one. Kiwi does a good job to get up there and prevent another run from coming in and scoring on a wild pitch.
Yeah, and she's trying to get Capper way out the zone working with 0-2 count. Didn't pay off. Right now, still with only one out.
The 1-2 capper lifts that one out into left field, back and hits the wall. Both runs are going to come in to score, and that is a bases clearing double from McKenna Capper. The Raiders lead 8-1.
And when it rains, it pours. There's been 7 runs in this inning, and the hits just keep on coming. They've been able to capitalize on the defensive miscues, able to be so sound at the plate and get into good counts when they're down, and now they have a commanding 8-1 lead.
Bring Harper Weingarten in to run at second. Braley Plotz at the plate. Now this is the 9th batter of the inning, and we are all the way around the order for the Comets, for the Raiders.
And it's just not the inning that West Liberty had imagined.
The 1-0. Low and inside, ball 2. So 2-0 to Plotz. Runner on second, 1 out. West Liberty at this point just trying to limit as much damage as they can. That one's fired through. Collins, the great grab at short. Throw is on time to Escobedo. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
Great defensive play by Collins. Really stretched out all for that one and able to give it to Escobedo. And now you're finally 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
Back where we started, Calista Sewer, who led off this inning, all the way back around, her 2nd at-bat. That one high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss there from Sewer.
What a cut there, trying to get this one to 10-1.
Yeah, it wouldn't end it at this point, but it'd be pretty close to reaching that run rule in a few innings. That one fouled off back for strike 2.
And if you're West Liberty, you're just trying to keep it somewhat manageable. Right now, you're technically within the run rule for now. And just keep this deficit. And you had some momentum in the first inning. You had some success. It is not over.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. Soar at the plate. That one just a bit outside. Evens up the count at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. 2-2 from Doffelt. That one outside again, and we go to a full count.
And still this inning, way back at the first at-bat, she was able to get a walk.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, foul back into the netting. So we'll have a repeat. Three-two count to Clarissa Soar. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second. Payoff pitch. Soar swings in. That one fouled off. Chopped down the third base line.
Yeah, very lucky for Bucknell that she was able to bat it down in foul territory. If she had batted it down in fair territory, that would have been a fair ball.
At least one run would have scored. So the third payoff pitch, fouled once more. Soar just doing her best to stay alive in this bat, fouling off pitches.
Yeah, Daufelt's throwing competitive pitches and trying to get that final strike to get out of this inning, but Clarissa Soar she's proven that she's able to get a walk and stay alive.
Big swing and miss from Soar, and the Comets get out of the inning, but not without surrendering 6. We head to the top of the third. Williamsburg leads West Liberty 8-1.
2 innings complete. Raiders 8, Comets 1.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the mat and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. We're back here for the top of the third between West Liberty and Williamsburg. The Raiders lead the Comets 8-1 after a long second inning.
Yeah, I was just about to say, hope Metz is warm because she's been in the dugout for a long time.
Cassidy, the leadoff hitter for the Comets, puts that one right back at Metz. Grounds out to start the top of the third, and that'll bring up number 8, Sullivan Hall.
Center fielder number 8, Sullivan Hall.
Hall in center field. Watches it outside for ball 1. Hall showed bunt in her first at bat back in the second, but popped it right back up to the catcher.
That was a nice play by Ness, for sure.
Big swing and a miss there. Might have just got a piece of it. Evens up the count at 1.
If you're West Liberty, it's really just about getting one run and just chipping away each inning. There's a lot of game left.
Hall chops that one towards second. Sanchez over to Capper for the second out of the inning.
And it's going to be a tall task against Jersey Metz, and right now showing no signs of that. She's cooled down in the dugout. She's gotten 2 straight groundouts. And will be a tall task for sure.
Kylie Collins at the plate, reached base on a walk. Her first at-bat lines that one out into center. Base hit keeps the inning alive for the Comets.
And just ambush attack right there, first pitch swing. And she almost kind of hesitated and realized how slow that pitch was coming in and able to shoot it into center field. It's a nice piece of hitting.
Pitcher number 9, Kylie Dahlfeld.
Kylie Dahlfeld at the plate pitching. That one catches the zone from Metz. Dahlfeld with a double in her last at-bat. Brought a run around to score.
She's hoping to do the same thing, try and chip away at this massive deficit.
The 0-1. That one high and inside. Evens up the count, one apiece. One ball, one strike. Metz stands back in. That one down off the plate. Brings us to a 2-1 count. Duffelt steps back in. 2-1. 2 outs. Runner on first for the Comets. Catches the zone there. Count even at 2 apiece. Chance now for Metz to get out of the inning. Here's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The offering from Metz. Big swing and a miss from Duffelt. That's Metz's 4th strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Williamsburg still leads West Liberty 8-1. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Athletic Union digital network powered by the Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We're here in the middle of the Class 3A first-round matchup between the 1-seed Williamsburg and the 8-seed West Liberty. Williamsburg out to a commanding 8-1 lead as we prepare to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Will be Maddie Gorsch leading off. That's the bottom of the Williamsburg order, so the top and a lot of those hitters coming right back up.
And this game escalated very quickly. And it was once a 1-0 lead by West Liberty and then a 2-1 lead by Williamsburg. And you're thinking, okay, this is going to be a great matchup, 1 versus 8 seed. But Williamsburg has just imposed their will so far, and it escalated very quickly.
Yeah, and that's just, that's what a team that's looking for their 4th straight title can do. And this Raiders team, regardless of what happens the rest of this week, they're not going anywhere. They're only graduating one senior, that being Jersey Metz. The rest of this lineup will be around for at least next season.
Yeah, their reign of terror will continue for the Raiders.
First offering to Gorsch. Upstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 to Gorsch. That one lined right back out into center. So a base hit gets Williamsburg started here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And now the lineup turns over to Hooker, and she's come around to score twice already, so those legs are already tired, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Center fielder, number 12, Ava Hooker.
So Hooker at the plate. Leadoff hitter, runner on first. That went in there for strike 1.
Redemption for me there, getting her neighbor. Makes you feel any better? I said it wrong for a year. What did you say?
0-1 to Hooker. Doffelt rocks and deals. Hooker lays down a bunt. It's going to be a close play. Bucknell in to make the throw on time. Gorsh will advance to second.
It's nice defense there, able to get ball on the bouncing hop there, and nice throw to first.
Number 15, Kylie Allen.
Bring up the shortstop, number 15, Kylie Allen. Allen hit by a pitch last time around and then went all the way around to score. One chopped over towards short. Collins with the grab, the throw. Takes her off base, so now runners on the corners. Allen reaches first. That one scored as a base hit. Now runners on the corners, and that'll bring up Taylor Sanchez. Sanchez with an RBI single back in the second.
Second baseman, number 2, Taylor Sanchez.
Sanchez committed to Creighton. The junior will have one more season after this one. Allen will advance to first. So now runners on second and third after that ball. Sanchez steps back in with a 1-0 count. Pitch from Doffelt. Catches the zone, evens up the count at 1. That one, great pitch right on the inside half. One ball, one strike. 2 on. Sanchez gives that a rip into left field. Here comes 1, here comes 2 as that one gets through.
What a rip by Sanchez, showing you why she's committed as a junior. And she saw this pitch all the way through and just barreled it up. And it got even stuck in the grass and in the fencing. And Gorsh and Allen able to score easily. And now 10-1 ball game. Deja vu from the last time these two teams met up.
It's still a runner on second as Sanchez with the base hit and then advanced to second on the error. Harper Myers at the plate. Williamsburg now leads 10-1 over West Liberty. Fouled over into the bullpen. Count to 0-1. As Kivy will come out to talk to her pitcher, soothe some of the nerves. I've just gotten some of the dust back up into her eyes. It is a hot but breezy day here in Fort Dodge.
Yeah, there's an American flag to our left that's just been flying straight most of the morning so far into the afternoon.
And here on the Iowa Central field, that wind all headed out towards the outfield. One inside, low in the dirt.
Prime conditions for a home run, but none so far. And Williamsburg's had 27 of them on the season, so should be due for 1.
1-1 count to Myers. Here's the pitch from Doffelt. Finds the zone there for 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Myers lines that one over into third, gets through Bucknell. And here comes Sanchez around to score. Makes this an 11-1 game.
Yeah, that RBI single just went through the legs of Bucknell, and she didn't have any time to put her glove down to the dirt because that ball was just so hit aggressively. Just the exit velo was zooming by.
Bring up Jersey Mets. Again, still another inning where there's only one out, so another inning where this could get out of hand.
I was just about to say there, and there we see it. And with that hit, I mean, they could bat around 2 times in a row.
Mets, the single advances Myers to second. Mets will be placed by a pinch runner, Keston Spratt.
What a night by Mets so far. 3 for 3, all singles so far.
Substitutions today are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Bring up Kenna Capper. Runners on first and second, only one out. That one high and away as Capper watches it past for a ball. And now if you're Williamsburg, you're in a position where you've almost certainly locked up the win. If you're Coach Birdie, you might think about starting to rest some players or just trying to see it out, finish the game a little earlier.
I mean, they're in such a good rhythm that you almost want to see them continue this game through. It's a postseason game. You want them to finish strong, not let up. And I think not letting up will be good for them to continue this momentum going forward in the tournament as they seek a 4th title.
2-0, that one lined out into right center field. 1 run comes around to score. Here comes Spratt, and 2 more score on the RBI double from McKenna Capper.
Right on cue. I mean, I was just saying that if you're Williamsburg, you're not going to let up, and they have not. And this has quickly devolved into a blowout.
13-1. Looks like we'll be getting a pitching change here. Pitching changes brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Yeah, it might be it for Dahlfeld today, and just wasn't her day so far, and she has a lot to be proud of this season, being the main workhorse. She had a strong ERA and WHIP, and just today, I mean, the first inning went relatively well, and some defensive miscues along the way, and
I think that is Sulfur. Better designated player number 22, Braylee Potts.
Looks like Dahlfeld will stay in the circle for at least now.
Oh, the second baseman?
Plotz watches that one in there for strike 1.
Oh, Harper Weingarten. That'd be a pinch. She's the first baseman.
Another swing and a miss there from Plotz. Strike 2. And the good news, at least, for West Liberty is that this is not it. They do have the chance tomorrow in the elimination game where they'll face the loser of Mount Vernon and PCM. Williamsburg almost certainly at this point will go on to face the winner of that game. So season not over for the Comets after this loss.
yeah, and they'll be looking to bounce back. And you can take away some good things about this game. I mean, touched on the first inning. They were able to punch Williamsburg in the mouth, and they went tit for tat. It's really just going to be about being fundamentally sound on defense.
Have to find a little bit more consistency. That one low and in the dirt for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
So it looks like Liv Garcia replaced Howard in left so she can warm up in the bullpen. So Charlie Howard possibly coming in for the rest of this game. And
Plotz sits down on strikes there, so it'll bring up number 9, Clarissa Sewer. And once again, all the way around the order for Williamsburg.
Back-to-back batting around, and it's just something unheard of, especially in a postseason game. I mean, just goes to show you why they've been batting .381 on the season, but also on base .441 as a team.
The 0-1 there outside. Evens up the count at 1. So now with 2 outs, you're just looking to get out of the inning and maybe try to grab a few runs in the top of the 4th. Try to keep this game alive.
I mean, even just getting out of run rule territory, extending the game to where you can at least get some more at-bats, more.
That one lifted out into center. Back to the wall and gone. That's a home run for Clarissa Sewer. And all of a sudden, this game is 15-0.
That's her first home run on the season, and it was to the deepest part of the ballpark, 200 plus, and dugout coming out to serenade her achievement. You know, it's 15-1 now, but it's still, you know, you'll never forget your first homer.
Absolutely not. Especially to do it at the state tournament.
At the state tournament, and has just extended this lead. And now we'll finally have the pitching change for Charlie Howard.
Howard's only made 1 appearance this season. Pitched 2 in a 3rd innings, and that one gave up 7 earned runs and 9 hits. So, again, West Liberty just looking to get out of this inning.
And limited sample size for Howard, and I think this move is really just about resting Daffelt. You know, this game probably without, you know, out of reach, and just looking forward to whoever is the loser for Mount Vernon PCM.
Absolutely. Focus probably on that elimination game where you'll try to keep your season alive.
It's a nice wrinkle for this new format. And it's not over once you lose one, so keep Cinderella stories alive. It doesn't punish the juggernauts. So I'm a big fan so far of this new format.
Braylee Plotz also coming in, the designated player coming in to take the place of, I believe, the 3rd baseman, Bucknell. It's another IMT insurance substitution. Daffeld out to left and Plotz to 3rd, the substitutions. Sorry. For 22, Bristol Polito. The wrong lineup in front of me, I apologize. Polito, the freshman. So, some experience here for some players who haven't played too many games this season.
And it's opportunity to say that, you know, give players opportunity to play in a state playoff game.
One in there for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one lifted high out into left. Dalfeld under it, makes the play. And the Comets do get out of the inning, but not without surrendering a few more. Williamsburg leads 15-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament here on the Girls Athletic Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
3 innings complete. Raiders.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Farm Bureau here on the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network powered by the Mid-American Energy Company. Top of the fourth here between Williamsburg and West Liberty. Williamsburg a commanding 15-1 lead, and that means that that'll be the end of the day for Jersey Mets, and number 13, Kaylin Becker, the junior, who's made 19 appearances on the season, will come into pitch with a team-leading 1.14 ERA.
And 49 innings of work. She boasts 7-1 record, and opponents batting .226 on her on the season, and a 1 flat whip. So good sample size and a good pitcher. She's just behind the senior Jersey Mets, so the junior will likely take over next season.
Bucknell at the plate for the Comets. Takes that first one for ball one.
No, Missouri Western. Missouri Western. Yeah. MWSU or something it is. Missouri Western State.
Two-0 the count now to Bucknell. One high for ball three, so a 3-0 count. Becker hasn't quite found her control in her first at-bat of the game. Here's the 3-0. That one catches the zone, moves it to a 3-1 count.
Luckily for Becker, she has a 14-run lead to work with, so even if there is runners on the base pass, it's still healthy lead to work with.
Yeah, not too much pressure on the junior here as that one's fouled off to send us to a full count. Here's the payoff pitch from Becker. That one fouled off. Bucknell stays alive in the at-bat. West Liberty really here just trying to get out of run rule range. Get yourself a few more at-bats to prepare for tomorrow. That one lined over to short. Allen makes the play at first to Capper.
Good battle there from Becker and Bucknell, but ultimately Becker getting the best of Bucknell, and now
bring up the right fielder, number 4, Mallory Wolf. Wolf with a double in her only plate appearance of the day. Outside there, ball one to Wolf. She stands back in. That catches the zone. evens up the count 1 apiece. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think the biggest task now is, as the ball's probably, and in play, is one thing Trisha Hall's going to have to address is getting this team mentally prepared for the next game. I mean, this has just been a shellacking. Nothing has gone right really since the second inning, but it's getting your team together and putting up some good at-bats, some good plays, and taking it into the next game. And it's hard to do when you're getting beat 15-1 right now, but tomorrow is a new day.
Absolutely. And you've got to find some way to have just some mental strength there after a game like this. The 0-1 outside to Charlie Howard. Now 1-1, 2 outs. That one sent out into right. Gorsh is under it, and Williamsburg wins 15-1 over West Liberty in round 1 of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And really just a great game from the Raiders. They played West Liberty back in June. They only beat them 10-1. This time they were able to advance on that score by 5 runs. And so West Liberty will play tomorrow.
It's almost like they were holding back of some sorts, but you saw everything that Williamsburg is good at in this game. Phenomenal pitching, able to just hit the cover off the ball and steal bases. Just a complete game by Adam Bertie's team, and they're well on their way. And West Liberty, they'll be looking to keep their story going for this season.
Yeah, and that story will continue on to tomorrow for both teams. Williamsburg will advance tomorrow to play the winner of Mount Vernon and PCM at 1 o'clock here on the Iowa Central Field. And West Liberty will play the loser of that second game at 10:45, where the winner of that one will stay alive in the tournament. But at the moment, Williamsburg grabs a crucial win in the first round. And just another dominant performance from Williamsburg, as they've shown here in Fort Dodge for years now.
And one small step forward to that four-peat that has eluded many Iowa high schools over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're not too far away from that historic moment. But that will do it for us from this game. We'll be back later